Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
You know, there are ways you can declare war against a person or group of people that they may not necessarily know that you have declared war against them. And that is the difference between Olori Naomi and these Oloris that are in the palace, right? And, you know, their own war, they declare it publicly. Everybody gets to know their plans. But there are certain ways that you declare war and nobody will know. This is exactly what is going on right now. We got a report that Oletik was thrown out of the royal mansion because she went seeking Queen Naomi's help. And what was the help about? They said there is a beautiful girl that is in their agency. You know, Oletik was a model and she was registered to an agency. She did well in Nigeria, but she didn't go international. But they said this girl, Christiana Adewale, they say she has gone international right now. And that she is, you know, developing a relationship with the Ooni of Ife, and the relationship is getting stronger by the day. They say she's 26 years old and she is very pretty. Now they say she is just friends with the Ooni of Ife, and if you know the Ooni of Ife is very nice and sweet, and women like the man so much, okay? Now Oletik, knowing that by the time this girl gets to know Ooni of Ife very well, there is a tendency that she will want to stay with the Ooni of Ife, and especially right now that the Ooni of Ife is not giving Oletik the time of day, we are hearing that Oletik has been very, very frustrated of what this might end up being at the end of the day. And Oletik had to run to Olori Naomi to plead with Olori Naomi not to let Ooni of Ife continue the relationship with this girl. That if anything goes wrong and this girl Ooni decides to marry the girl, that the girl will scatter the entire palace. That the girl is a bad girl, the girl is this, the girl is that, and all of that. She left a message for Olori Naomi that she was coming to the royal mansion, if the information we got is correct. And she now went to the royal mansion and she was thrown out of the royal mansion and she cried. They said when she was going out, she now left a voice note for Olori Naomi, telling Olori Naomi her mission in the palace. That was when she started telling Olori Naomi about this girl. They work together. She knows this girl very well and all of that. You do know that it was through that same agency that Ooni of Ife met with Oletik. And so right now, as we are hearing what is going on right now, she now told Naomi everything, the reason why she came to sought for Naomi's help, that Naomi should not allow Ooni of Ife. As a matter of fact, Ooni of Ife, Naomi is the only one that Ooni of Ife listens to. That Naomi should tell Ooni of Ife to cut off the relationship and all of that. But unfortunately, Olori Naomi repeated what they used to say. You know that all of them, they used to say that Ooni of Ife is an African king, sorry. He has the right to marry as many wives as possible. He's a king. Nobody has the right to tell him what to do. He is king and he will remain king. They should allow him do what he wants to do. And now it is time also for this to even happen, for them to allow the Ooni of Ife do what he wants to do. And now it has become a problem for Oletik to run to Ooni of Ife, to Naomi, to go and beg Naomi, because it's going to hurt her now. Now she's beginning to feel the pain that Olori Naomi felt when Naomi was in the house and she was coming, they were hosting her, and she was feeling like, of course, perfect. And now that she is inside, they are doing the same thing to her. That's why they say, do not do to others what you don't want to be done to you. They said that girl went to the palace 3 weeks ago, and that was her first day in the palace. That's how Kabiyesi hosted the girl. They talked and everything. And throughout the time, Oletik was trying to meet with Kabiyesi. Oletik could not meet with Kabiyesi. And this happens to be one of those things that have been frustrating her so much. So right now, Naomi gave them, medicine for their own headache. Naomi told them, look, Kabiyesi is an African king. He has a right to marry as many wives as possible. It's up to him. And you cannot tell me to stop him. Why shouldn't he get married now? He should marry. That I support him. He is my husband. I am behind him, closely. Like any woman he wants to marry, anybody he likes, anybody he falls in love with, I dare here, Gidigba. I will support him to get married. And people are just cheering Naomi up that Naomi, that is the way. Right now, you are actually ready to stay with your husband and give these women the fight that they deserve. Because before now, all of these small things will put Naomi off, Naomi will go and all of that. And people have come to tell Naomi that, look, you're not like any other girl. You're not a small girl. You are a queen. A queen, that is what you are. God has placed responsibilities on you. God wants you to live up to those responsibilities. And you need to grow up and understand that it is more than just you and Kabiyesi. A lot of factors are involved and all of that. Naomi has come to that place of understanding right now. They said she told everybody that she supports Kabiyesi. If Kabiyesi wants to marry Christiana Adewale, almost she supports Kabiyesi. But you and I know that this thing that Olori Naomi is doing is doing it to spite Oletik. Because, you know, the same thing she did to... Why should Naomi stop anybody? Naomi should not stop anybody. Let Kabiyesi continue to marry. Let him marry. He should marry. After, she will keep them in the palace with each other. Is Naomi going to stay there? Naomi will not stay there. This is what is going on. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Delaram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the sources still on the royals. How are you guys doing? Happy new week to you. Delarite, my Delarite, my Delarite, my own people. Delarite, my Delarite, my Delarite, my super people. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you so much for being here. I love you, Esheo, Adupe, my people. Naomi, of course, you do know that Naomi is a very sensible woman. They say Naomi said, that Kabiyesi can marry as many wives as possible. Kabiyesi can marry as many wives as he pleases. That Kabiyesi is indeed an African king. If what do you call Christy Adewale is the choice of Kabiyesi, let Kabiyesi go ahead and marry Christy, or that there is nothing wrong with Kabiyesi marrying. Christy is, as a matter of fact, Christy is a very beautiful girl. And everybody knows that Naomi did this to spite Oletik, because Christy is a friend to Oletik. Christy is a member of the same agency where they are coming from. Christy happens to be one of those persons that, you know, Oletik has been, you know, making so much inyanga for. I am royalty. I am better than you and all of that. Oletik has seen what is above her. Now, whatever you sow in this world gets to be that thing that you reap. Don't ever sow plantain and want to go and reap cocoyam. It will never ever happen. When Naomi was in the palace, she was coming and going. Naomi was cooking. It's the same thing that she would be doing now for Christy. Naomi said it's okay, Kabiyesi can get married to as many women as possible. No trouble, no problem at all. Olori Naomi has grown. She has come to understand the dynamics of royalty. And I really think that, you know, I'm glad that Kabiyesi held forth for Olori Naomi if the information we keep getting is the truth. Because with what is going on right now, Naomi, I don't think that there is anything that can push Naomi out of the life of the Ooni of Ife, because one of the things that the Oloris were using was, okay, because they don't want her to stay, they saw that she was, you know, very jealous. Every time, women, and that was her biggest problem. And I think that the council and everything from the Yoruba elites, the women have really educated Olori Naomi to understand that, look, God has blessed you with such a dynamic, you know, a beautiful privilege. You need to hold it. Don't allow these women to push you out. You have the capacity to hold it. Forget about all of these things you're doing. Right now, the same thing they have been saying. When it was Naomi's thought, they say Kabiyesi can marry as many wives as possible. So why can't he marry? Let him marry. It is time to marry. Kabiyesi, you must marry, yo. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.